Rolling, and go ahead.
I'm Mario Igrec. I'm a registered piano technician in the New York City chapter. And
You've been a technician for
been a technician for many, many years, over 30 years actually now.
That's good.
And yep, very much enjoying this work. So
Good.
that's who I am.
You were very involved in the development and the publication of the Art of Tuning, the new translation of the Claude Montal book. Can you tell me just quickly how that came about, how your participation came about, and what role did you play?
Fred Sturm, who's the author of the translation, approached me maybe a year before the book came out. With the idea that the book needs to be developed. I had done some work laying out books, and so I offered to maybe be the person behind the technical execution of the book. Joyce Meekins, who is the publisher, really
The foundation.
The representative of the foundation, so far as the publishing of the work is concerned, was okay with the idea, and I was given the task to basically lay out the book and do all of the technical preparation of the plates and essentially prepare the book for printing.
So those great action diagrams. Were you involved in
I was involved in those. It took scanning and then some cleanup and removal of the original annotations and inclusion of of translated annotations. So that was.
Were copies of the book hard to find? Did you have to go through a bunch of copies because the scans look great? They're very accurate and very clear and really helpful.
Yeah, we had very, very good fortune to find the book very, very nicely scanned online.
Already, no kidding.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
it's actually in a I believe Fred Sturm would know more about the particulars, but we found it in a state in which it was in a great condition. Actually, come to think of it, I think that John Coster has to do with this, and that he may have had a copy that was very professionally scanned.
Yeah.
So the copy was actually good from that standpoint, but it did need a lot of contrast enhancement and just a lot of little technical work.
What to you are some of the most important aspects of the book? Why is the book important to us as piano technicians?
Well, Claude Montal is a fascinating figure. As a completely blind piano technician, he actually was the designer and had multiple inventions patented. And he also had his own factory. He ran that factory. That is fascinating enough by itself. Then to consider that he actually apparently dictated this book in 2 editions on top of that is just mind-boggling to me. When you consider the content, this is the first modern how-to guide on all aspects of work on pianos. It's about servicing, it's about repairs, and to some degree as well rebuilding, but certainly talks about all aspects of construction of the piano. The other thing that's that provides great value about this particular translation, and kind of moves it beyond just being a translation, is that Fred Sturm decided to take both major editions of this book that span approximately a quarter of a century, in that critical time between the first quarter of the 19th century and the middle, when the piano production starts going into is becoming industrialized.
Right.
It's fascinating because both editions are in one place. They're aggregated and presented as a single work with annotations. Yeah, exactly, with annotations and with footnotes denoting which editions which and what belongs where. So when you're looking at it, it actually spans those 2 editions and is very valuable because Nobody has done it that way before in French or any other language for that matter. So,
Huh.
yep. So